Country music star Toby Keith's self-titled DP album went platinum in 1993 in response to the events of 9/11. Keith wrote the song, courtesy of the Red, White and Blue, The Angry American, resonated with military personnel, but the song led to a disagreement between Keith and country star Natalie Maines. Keith has worked with famous country artists like Willie Nelson. He released several popular albums and also tried acting in 2008. On January 19, 2017, Keith appeared. Toby Keith performed at Donald Trump's show before his inauguration at the Lincoln Memorial. He was born on July 8, 1961, in Clinton, Oklahoma. Grew up in Oklahoma City. Keith began playing music when he was young, inspired by the musicians at his grandmother's supper club. After working in the oil industry and playing defense in the USL Football League, he chose to focus on music. In the early 90s, he signed with Mercury Records, and by 1993 he released his first album, which was self-titled. Toby Keith's journey to stardom was nothing short of extraordinary. His debut album quickly achieved certified platinum status, setting the stage for even greater success. His follow-up records, Boomtown 1994 and Blue Moon 1996, captivated audiences with hits like Who's That Man and Me Too, solidifying his place in country music. In 1997, Keith showcased his versatility by collaborating with music legend Sting on I'm So Happy I Can't Stop Crying, a powerful track that earned them a Grammy nomination. But he wasn't done yet. His 1999 album, How Do You Like Me Now, became a defining moment in his career, winning 2 Academy of Country Music (ACM) awards in 2000, and proving his staying power in the industry. The momentum continued with his 2002 album, Unleashed, which sold over 3 million copies. One of its standout tracks, Beer for My Horses, was a dynamic duet with the legendary Willie Nelson, further cementing Keith's reputation as a powerhouse in country music. With each album, Toby Keith didn't just make music, he created anthems that resonated with fans across generations. His bold style, commanding presence and chart-topping hits ensured his place as one of country music's most influential artists. 2001, Keith's father died in a car accident. This, along with the events of September 11, led Keith to write something controversial. Rial's Thanks to the Red, White and Blue, The Angry American was very famous, especially with military members. Keith won the Entertainer of the Year award from the Academy of Country Music in 2002 and 2003 for his mini-anthropological segment on Donald Trump, which featured his own mother. In 2003, he gained more media notice when he got into a public argument with Natalie Maines, the lead singer of the Dixie Chicks. They exchanged insults during the encounter. The main idea is about the courtesy of the red, white and blue. The Angry American made country music seem bad. Keith was upset by Maines, saying she was embarrassed by President George W. Bush at a concert. During his concerts, he showed pictures of Maines next to Saddam Hussein on a video screen while singing his patriotic song. Later that year, he released an album called Shock and Y'all in 2003, which topped the country and pop charts. The title is a clever take on the military phrase, shock and awe. The Iraq War and his support for the troops helped make American Soldier a big hit. He also maintained his friendly image with songs like I Love This Bar and showed his sense of humor in Weed with Willie, which is about getting high with Willie Nelson. In 2004, he and Nelson won an ACM award for their video, Beer for My Horse. His next album, Honky Tonk University, released in 2005, included a collaboration with country legend Merle Haggard on the song, She Ain't Hooked on Me No More. The biggest. I Used to Be Very Good, which helped my record reach the top of the country and pop charts. The music video for the song won the Country Music Association, CMA, Award for Music Video of the Year in 2005. That same year, I was also honored by my home state when I was inducted into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame. White Trash with Money was released the following year and included popular songs like Get Drunk and Be Somebody and A Little Too Late. The album sold well and got many good reviews. Keith has been on. In 2007, he had a successful run with 2 popular releases, Big Dog Daddy and A Classic Christmas. Both albums were big hits with fans and showed that his success wasn't slowing down. Kay and his family resolved a very difficult personal issue around this time, reaching a settlement in their lawsuit regarding the 2001 accident that killed his father on the road a lot. Keith has made some life-threatening stops along the way. In April 2008, he played 18 shows for U.S. troops in Persian Gulf as part of a USO tour. Keith even had to pause during one. He was affected by mortar fire during his performances, but he returned to perform once the attacks stopped. Later that year, he acted in the comedy film Beer for My Horses, where he played a small-town deputy who arrests a Mexican drug lord, leading to the kidnapping of his girlfriend by the drug lord's brother. Keith co-wrote the script and helped produce the film, which included cameos by Ted and Willie Nelson. Unfortunately, the movie received negative reviews from some critics and didn't. Humor might be turned off by the long journey. In a 2013 review in Variety, Forbes named Toby Keith one of the 5 country stars to earn $100 million. His music success gave him money to invest in other projects. One of these was a restaurant, which casino executive Don Marandino suggested they open together. Unlike just lending his name, Keith actively helped create the menu and came up with the restaurant's name, I Love This Bar and Grill, changing it from one of his song titles. His songs. The restaurant became a chain thanks to Keith, but his role changed at different locations. According to Arizona Central, the chain faced sudden closings and business issues around 2015, and now the official website shows that there is only one left restaurant. Keith has had more lasting success with his record label Showdog, especially during its past relationship with Scott Borchetta's Big Machine. He also has his own spirits brand called Wild Shot. The salary from all these ventures is good enough for Kay. According to the Herald, she can sometimes afford to take a gamble. Rob Adams tried to reopen a clothing factory near his home in Oklahoma in a sustainable way, without wanting to make money for himself. However, no matter how he calculated the costs, he couldn't find a way for the jeans made there to compete with the cheaper imported ones. Toby Keith, the famous American country music singer, is married. Toby Keith, whose real name is Toby Keith, got married with Trisha Lucas in 1984. Tiesha is Toby's high school girlfriend, and their relationship has lasted through the ups and downs of fame and his busy music career. They have 3 children, 2 daughters. Toby's marriage to Tiesha has had its challenges, especially with the pressures of his career, work, and travel plans. They have kept a strong and lasting friendship, and their marriage shows their commitment to each other. Toby, the country singer, often shows his love and respect for his wife in interviews and through his music. Keith shared last summer that he has stomach cancer, and now he is giving a report on his health. He says, I feel pretty good. Keith, 62, told E! News in a new interview, it's a little bit of a roller coaster. You get good days and you know you're up and down, up and down. It's always 0 to 60 and 60 to 0. But I feel good today. Keith was diagnosed with stomach cancer in the autumn of 2021. I've spent the last 6 months receiving chemo, radiation and surgery, he wrote on Instagram when he announced his diagnosis in July 2022. So far, so good. I need time to breathe, recover and relax. I am looking forward to spending this time with my family. Last December he shared another brief update. It's pretty debilitating to have to go through all that, but as long as everything is fine. And the singer mentioned we'll focus on something positive coming up in the future during the CMT Hot 20 countdown in 2003, according to the Oklahoman 2-year-old Allison Webb. Allison Webb died of kidney cancer. She was the daughter of Scott Webb, a longtime friend and guitar player for Toby Keith. Watching his friends struggle, Keith was moved by the stories of the help and kindness they received from St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Tennessee. Keith said that Oklahoma City lacks these things, according to the boot that started it all. He started a nonprofit called Ollie's House in 2004 to help Oklahoma families dealing with childhood cancer, named after his daughter. In 2006, he began using his yearly Toby Keith and Friends Golf Classic as a fundraiser for this cause. Keith started the Toby Keith Foundation to create free housing for kids with cancer. In 2014, the foundation opened the Oak Kids Coral, a $20 million building located near the Children's Hospital at Oklahoma University Medical Center. Housing for patients and their families. Keith has decided to focus his charity work on fighting cancer. He said it's great to be committed to something you really care about rather than having your energy spread out all over the place like mine, which goes to different things like Oak Kids and Coral.